Doug. I've been looking all over for you. Where have you been?
Oh, I had to go to the store.
Hey, you bought a candle.
Yeah, Emmy Jo asked me to get it for her. You know what candles are for, don't you, Freddie?
Oh, sure. Candles are for birthday cakes.
Well, that's just one of the things candles are for, Freddie. Candles are used for making light.
Well, then how come you didn't buy Amy a light bulb?
Because it would look pretty silly to have a light bulb sticking out of the top of Henrietta's birthday cake. No, Freddie, you know, before we had electricity and light bulbs, everybody used candles and oil lanterns for light.
Gee, Doug, do you mean that you were born way back before people even had light bulbs?
Well, no, not quite, but it wasn't too long ago that people only had the light from the sun and moon to see with. They couldn't see by electric lights.
Why? Didn't they pay their electric bill?
No, that wasn't it, Freddie.
Who needs electricity anyway?
Hey, that reminds me. I think I left the kitchen light on.
Yeah, and I better go down and turn off my blanket.
Okay.
La 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 la. It's the News and Review, coming right at you. Where three delightful animals have fun with what they do. They learn with their friend Doug and his helper Emmy Jo.
With Freddie!
Charlie!
We have fun learning what we don't know.
Delicate and feminine is Henrietta Hippo. Very wise and very smart is Charlie the Owl. Not so smart with lots of heart is Freddie the Frog. It's quite an unusual thing. The animals talk and sing with Doug and Emmy Jo. Every day's a different show. It's a News and Review, coming right at you. It's the News and Review, coming right at you.
Aw, come on, Doug. Let's play some more.
No, we can't, Freddie. It's getting dark. I can hardly see the ball.
Okay, but you gotta promise me you'll play again tomorrow in the daylight.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie, you wanna play catch?
Oh, no, thank you. I've got more important things to do.
Yeah, like what?
I'm going to watch the semifinals of the bird races on television.
Well, how about you, Emmy Jo? Will you play catch with me?
Oh, I'd love to, Freddie, but it's getting dark and the light on my bike isn't working, so I think I'd better go on home. We'll play tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Doug. Let's just play one more game.
There's not enough light, Freddie. We'll play tomorrow.
Hey, Doug, did you remember to get that big birthday candle for me at the store? I need it for Henrietta's birthday cake.
Oh, sure. It's at my house.
Oh, well, I'll get it later, okay?
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night. Hey, Charlie, maybe you could bring your television out here and we could play catch and watch the bird races at the same time.
Not tonight, Freddie. An old schoolmate of mine is running in the third race. Besides, Doug's right. It's too dark to play catch.
Well, maybe we could play in your living room, Doug. It's light in your house.
I don't think that's a good idea. Anyway, I have some reading I want to do.
Okay. Well, if nobody wants to play catch, I guess I'll go home and do my homework.
Good night, Freddie. Well, good night, Charlie. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night, Doug. I'm going to go watch Flying Pelican win the race. Help! Who turned out the lights?
Hey!
Who stopped my elevator?
Hey, what's going on? Who turned out the lights?
And that's what I said.
What happened? All the lights went out at my house. I was just plugging in my new French fry maker, and everything went dark.
Well, maybe somebody blew a fuse.
No, everybody's lights are out. Must be a power failure in the whole neighborhood.
Oh, Douglas, I'm scared.
Now, Henrietta, there's no need to be afraid of the dark.
I guess you're right, Douglas. What was that?
Oh, it's only me. Gosh, I was just riding along and all of a sudden all the street lights went out. I couldn't see a thing, so I decided I'd better come back here.
Hey, I never thought of that before. When you don't have lights, you can't see where you're going.
Well, that's why cars have headlights, Freddie, because sometimes they get out in the country where there aren't any street lights.
Well, I don't like the dark. I want the lights back on. I can't sleep in the dark.
And I use a little nightlight.
You would. As far as I'm concerned, it can stay dark. I don't like light anyway.
Oh, come on, Charlie. Just think of all the things you couldn't do without light.
And I couldn't do my homework.
Well, without light, you couldn't read books.
Or cooking recipes.
And you couldn't see rainbows.
Why not?
Well, because you can't see colors in the dark. You need light.
Without light, couldn't see any colors.
Without light, I wouldn't see any colors. Like my pink dress,
And my white vest.
my blue pinafore, with the flowers galore, and the color of my door, wall, ceiling, and floor.
Without light, you wouldn't see any
Without light, you wouldn't see any colors.
The paint I use in painting.
And the color in my sweater that is fading.
The color of the sun.
And the rosy cheeks on everyone.
And the color in color TV.
And every color we see because of light.
That's right.
We see because of light.
That's right.
Light flows like water down a river. When we don't have it, it puts everyone in a dither.
Every blade of grass, the clouds that pass.
The color of my silk pillow, the color of the weeping willow.
All the colors in every rainbow. All the things we see and know are because we have light. We have light.
Oh my, what are we gonna do? What if the lights don't come back on for a long, long time? I won't even be able to see myself in the mirror.
What difference does it make? You haven't got any mirrors that aren't broken.
All right, all right. The lights will come back on sooner or later. We'll just have to do without things that work on electricity for a while, that's all.
Like light bulbs. Well, I don't like the dark. I want to have the light to put my makeup on.
That might be an improvement.
I need light to see my shadow. It keeps me company.
I believe it. Your shadow looks like a mob.
Emmy Joe, will y'all please spend the night with me?
All right, Henrietta. Say, why don't we have dinner by candlelight? That'd be fun.
Goody! Then nobody will be able to see how much I'm eating.
The only time Henrietta loves having dinner for two is when she's alone.
Well, I can't help it if I can't do my homework in the dark.
Now, let's not panic. Who cares if my lights don't work, or your toaster, or Charlie's elevator? Let's relax and make the most of it.
Come on, Emmy Joe. You and I can go prepare our dinner.
And I'm going for a midnight swim.
But it isn't midnight.
So, well, it looks like midnight.
Good night. See you later.
Oh, they're right. We should go back to nature. Who cares if Doug's lights won't work? Or Henrietta's toaster, or my elevator? Wait, what am I saying? Help! Get me out of here! Hey, everybody! Don't leave me!
Be careful, Emmy Joe. Don't bump into the end table. My favorite vase is sitting on it.
Okay, I'll be careful. Oh,
That was my favorite vase.
oh, Henrietta, I'm sorry. That was so clumsy of me.
Yes, it was. Now, if y'all have been born in the South and learned to practice the graces. I didn't like that vase anyway.
Oh, my eyes are getting accustomed to the dark, but I still can't see very well.
Now, you just stand still before you break something else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Will you kindly be careful while we light some candles?
Well, here's some matches. I'll have these candles lit in a minute, and then I'll help you clean up that broken glass.
Not now. First things first. First, I'll get us a snack. I do need something to settle my nerves.
You mean
Food.
You know, Henrietta, I never before realized how much we depend on light.
Or food. Now, just set yourself down and eat hearty. I'll admit it's a little scary, but it's better when you're eating a little something. Everything seems better when you're eating a little something. Then we can toast marshmallows for dessert.
You know, Henrietta, this is kind of fun, eating by candlelight. Henrietta, you look nice by candlelight.
I know.
How do I look by candlelight, Henrietta?
Just eat your food.
This is just delicious. What is it?
Well,
Hey, don't tell me I'm enjoying it too much.
this puts me to mind of the candlelight dinners we used to have on the plantation in the main dining hall. My sisters and cousins by the dozens would invite their gentlemen callers. Me. The giggling and tittering that would go on while the candlelight was flickering, and nobody was telling jokes. Me. Those were the days. Plenty of time for eating and relaxing and reading and just enjoying.
But you do plenty of eating and relaxing now.
I know, but when everybody else is doing it too, somehow you feel better about it.
Help! Help! I'm stuck!
Did you hear something? I think it was Charlie. It sounded like he was in trouble.
Oh, isn't that too bad? When I think of that smart aleck owl, oh, nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Hold on, Charlie.
Oh, just a little more.
There we go.
Pull.
There it comes.
Oh, I got my feathers
All right,
wrinkled.
that's
Doug, why
it.
don't you do something
There.
about getting the lights back on?
Well, I wish I could, Charlie, but you were right. I called the power company, and they said that the power's gone out all over the countryside.
Oh, gee. Now I can't watch the bird races on television.
Boy, swimming is better than doing homework. Why are all the lights still out?
Because the generator in the hydroelectric plant has failed to turn the turbines to generate the necessary electrical power.
Oh, that's too bad. But how come all the lights are still out?
I'll be right back.
Boy, you two really depend on light a lot, don't you?
Sure, Charlie. Don't you?
I don't depend on it, Freddie. I just tolerate it. I mean, it's here, and there's nothing very much I can do about it.
Oh, I like light.
You would.
Ooh, that dinner sure was good.
Yes, it was.
But I wish the lights would come back on.
Owls can see in the dark, so it doesn't matter to me.
I was going to do my homework when the lights went out.
Well, my little nightlight won't even work, and it's so cute.
Oh, I guess I'll have to wait until tomorrow when I can see by the light from the sun.
It's pink, and it has a little water buffalo painted on it, and some bunnies.
The sun doesn't have a buffalo and bunnies painted on it.
Oh, Fred, if I was talking about my nightlight.
Here, how's this? I found this neat old lantern, huh? Look at that.
Oh, that's a lovely old lantern, Doug. I bet that's an antique.
Well, I don't know about that. All I know is it throws a little light on the subject.
Oh, that's much better, Douglas.
You know, I guess you really don't know how much you miss something until you don't have it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. In the wintertime, there's snow every place. But it's hard to find snow in the summer.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry I didn't say that.
You silly bird.
Yeah, speaking of birds, I'm missing the bird races.
What's the matter with your television, Charlie? Did it burn out too?
No, it didn't burn out, too. Look, Freddie, does television work with electricity? Like a light bulb?
Sure.
And do we have any electricity?
No, we don't.
Then how am I going to watch the bird races?
Well, maybe you could listen to them on the radio.
The radio isn't working either, Freddie. You know, before there was electricity, nobody had television or lights or radios.
Oh, come on, Doug. That would mean that they didn't have electric blankets or electric carving knives. Gosh, how did people live?
Well, Freddie, they had to rely on the light of the sun during the day and on the light of oil lamps and candles at night.
Haven't we been through this before?
But wait a minute. How did all those important people like Thomas Jefferson and everybody read and write all those important
Documents. Well, they use the same thing, Freddie. Oil lamps and candles.
Boy, no wonder they all wore glasses. It's hard to read by candlelight.
Yes, it is, Freddie. It's really not very good for your eyes either.
Yeah, and it's real spooky, too. I mean, in all those monster movies when they go into a castle, ooh, they always carry candles or a lantern.
Boy, I'm telling you, you guys act like light was the greatest thing since electric comb.
Well, it is, Charlie. I mean, we all need light. We need light to read and to work and to play. We use sunlight during the day. We use moonlight at night. Sometimes we make our own light.
Light, it can come from a star or from a bulb or from the sun that shines all day.
Light, we use it to read, we use it to work, we use it every day.
Light! Light!
Light, 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 light.
Light all over the place, in your room, on the street, everywhere.
Light, without it we couldn't see it all. Aren't you glad it's there?
Light!
Bright, bright,
Light!
bright, bright,
Light! Bright! Bright!
light, bright, bright,
Light, 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 light.
Well, I wish we had some nice bright light right now. I'm afraid to stay in my house when it's dark.
Oh, don't worry, Henrietta. The lights will come back on pretty soon.
Well, I don't care if they don't come on. I'm not afraid of anything. Ah!
Now stop that, Charles. Oh, idea, y'all. Why don't we wait here until the lights come back on?
Well, we won't be afraid if we all stick together.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I might as well stay too.
Why, Charles? Y'all scared?
Who, me? Of course not. I just thought you might feel better having an owl around because I can see in the dark and all.
Yeah, and that way you won't have to stay by yourself up in your treehouse.
Well, maybe I should tell you all a story.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just like being around the campfire.
You mean a lantern fire, don't you?
Let's see, how about a ghost story?
Yeah.
Okay, once upon a time, high in the mountains of Transylvania, in an old castle. Oh,
They're not making antiques like they used to.
What happened? What was that?
no, don't worry, it was just a candle, that's all.
Oh, that's awful. Douglas, y'all get that lantern lit right this minute.
Well, okay, Henrietta, I don't have a match.
Well, I don't care how it gets lit. Just get it lit. Douglas, I want you to light my fire.
Well, we would, Henrietta, except we don't know how.
Wait a minute, there's always a scientific answer for every problem. Let's see, if you don't have matches, there's an old caveman trick. Rub two sticks together.
Oh, it's too dark to find sticks.
Oh, well, in that case, how about rubbing two cavemen together?
Don't y'all dare bring any of those smelly old cavemen in here. I heard about them.
And Henrietta thinks if she hadn't been born, the world would wonder why.
Emmy, please, will y'all light that lantern? If you don't light that lantern, I'm going to scream. Oh, how I wish someone would light my light.
What do you think you're doing now?
Well, I'm trying, Henrietta, but it's so dark I can't even see what I'm doing. Wait a minute, I think I've got it.
Well, that's a little better. Thank y'all.
Boy, that's what I call a bright lantern.
It's not a lantern, Freddie. Look, all the lights have come back on.
Hey, Doug, our lights are back on.
I know, I just talked to the power company on the telephone again. They found out what the trouble was. Somebody had plugged something in and overloaded the circuit for the whole neighborhood.
Well, thank goodness it wasn't me. All I had plugged in was my new French fry machine that Charlie made me.
Wait a minute, was that the French fry machine that you were working on last week, Charlie?
That's right. I invented the world's biggest French fry fryer.
Well, I can make 50 pounds of French fries at one time.
I think I'm beginning to see the light.
Of course you see the light. The power blackout is over.
No, Charlie, Emmy doesn't mean see the light. She means see the light.
Huh?
I mean, Emmy?
Oh, no, Doug, you're on your own.
I was afraid of that. You see, Charlie, when I say see the light, that means to see another person's point of view, to try and understand other people.
Then I guess I don't see the light.
To see the light means more than looking at bright things. To see the light means understanding. See the light, try to understand. See the light from scientific facts to the soul of man. See the light, see the light. When you see the light, you have knowledge you didn't have before. And every day you should see the light more and more and more. See the light, try to understand. See the light from scientific facts to the soul of man. See the light, see the light. To see the light means more than looking at bright things. To see the light means understanding. See the light, try to understand. See the light from scientific facts to the soul of man. See the light, see the light. See the light, see the light, see the light.
Well, Charlie?
Well, what?
Well, do you understand that the word light can have different meanings?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
What do you mean yet?
Well, I'm going to do a little more reading on the subject before I commit myself.
You always do that.
What?
I think what Freddie is trying to tell you, Charlie, is don't be afraid to make a definite commitment.
Okay, I'm going back to my lab and finish my latest and greatest experiment.
Charlie, what is your latest and greatest experiment?
Color radio.
Come on, give it one more guess.
Well, I really don't know.
What are you two doing?
I'm trying to guess what Fred Up has in his hand.
Oh, really? Can I guess too?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, don't I get any hints?
Oh, sure. He gave me a hint. He said it has 4 legs and a tail and a long nose, and it barks, and it's not light. Is it a 4-door grape?
Mm-mm.
A bus?
Nope.
Oh, that's a toughie. The only thing I can think of is a barking elephant.
Oh, Emmy Joe, you peeked and spoiled my fun.
Oh, Fred, if y'all are mean, y'all don't have anything in your hand. And I've been guessing for half an hour.
Ooh, did he get you with the old heavy barking elephant in the hand trick? Boy, that's the oldest one in the book.
Hi, gang.
Hi.
Nobody would be dumb enough to fall for that one. Boy, he really got you, Henrietta. Say, listen, by the way, I've got another kind of light for you.
What's that, Charlie?
Light, like meaning something is a light shade of blue instead of a dark blue.
Hey, that's very good, Charlie. I use that at school.
You do?
Right after I ask them to guess what's in my hand.
Okay, Freddie, what's in your hand?
Oh, no, you have to guess, Doug. And don't anybody tell them.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Uh-huh.
Is it bigger than an automobile?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's invisible.
You shouldn't have given me that clue, Freddie. There's only one thing now that it could be, and that's an invisible barking elephant.
Oh, you heard it, too. Well, do you want to see me do another trick?
Yeah, I want to see you make a frog disappear.